you for using Global Tel Link.
May Slope.
What's up with you? Yeah. Shit. What's happening?
What's poppin' with you, homie?
Man, chillin'. You feel me? Punk ass niggas around here. And then nigga all upset and shit. You feel me?
Oh, shit. Because I ain't hear your usual West Coast 3-0s. You ain't say that, so I knew something was wrong. You good?
Man. Oh yeah. You know, chillin'. On the set.
Mm.
Dealing with a bad move right now and shit. You feel me?
I put up that one where you was talking about Thug and you know it got some people watching it or whatever else, but you know Wack was on Clubhouse and he was going in on Thug, basically convicting the nigga, playing the white folks and shit. I'm like, damn, Wack my boy, but he basically saying it's all bad for them and shit.
I know, see, like, that's the job for the white people, you feel me? Let them do that. Us niggas, we don't need to convict our own people, you feel me? We need to stand by our people, you feel me? That's what's wrong with us today. Shit, that's why you got white boys coming from wherever they come from, 200 miles away to kill some niggas. You feel me? You know, you seen that shit in Buffalo?
Yeah, I was about to say, you reminded me, Yep. He came from somewhere else to come kill some niggas. He killed about 10 of us. Yeah, 30 motherfuckers. 10
and injured like 3 or 4. You feel me? We got that going on. We don't need our own people going against us and shit. You feel me? That's what's crazy. That's why they say black people are like crabs in the bucket. You feel me? We can never let each other shine. You feel me? We always want to bring each other down.
But, you know, I feel like I fuck with Wack because we got to monetize each other and we got to be the ones criticizing each other. You feel me?
Yeah, I feel you. I mean, yeah, it's good to criticize, you know, give our opinion amongst each other. You feel me? You know, but it ain't good to always bring each other down and shit. It ain't always good for that.
Cause he got a platform, you saying?
On the set, straight up, man. Shit. Hell yeah, niggas just going through this shit. Mind all scrambled and shit.
Because, you know, Wack got a platform, and when he's screaming this type of stuff, oh, they fucked up, they did this back in the day, Thug did this, and different type of things, and saying, oh, it's all bad for them, they gonna tell on each other, all that. We know all that, but basically what I'm like, you know what I mean?
On the set, we already got that off the way, bro. On the set, we already know about that. Shit, they don't need no help. Wack, they don't need no help. You feel me?
Don't need no help.
They got that under control. They don't need no help. You feel me? Off the top, because if the feds is gonna get you, they gonna make sure they got a case before they bring one against you. You feel me? So they got all they need. They don't need no testimonies and shit off top.
But see, he using it like a I told you so moment. Like, see, that's why I don't deal with crime. I told you so and this and that. But it ain't even that type of moment right now. It ain't time for that.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Yeah, even them type of moments, you feel me? That's too much. Now, I told you so. That's too much. That's like, that's
Dry-snitching.
Yeah, that's guiding like a motherfucker. Feel me? Bringing something up in their mind that they probably forgot about. I mean, knowing white people, they ain't forget about shit.
Get that backwards.
You know, when it got to do with crime, they ain't forget about shit. But, you know, there's that one that will, you know, forget. Because just had that I told you so moment, that brung it up. Shit. Man, these niggas is crazy nowadays. These niggas is hella crazy.
Because you got Bobby Shmurda, you got Tekashi 6ix9ine, You got the boy Casanova, who just copped out. Everybody said he was ratting. Casanova from my town. He from Flatbush. Everybody said he was ratting. He not ratting. He copped out to a shooting and then a couple 100 pounds of marijuana or whatever. He copped out. He facing like 60. And you got who else? You got Old Block, Lil Durk's whole block, and they just got the RICO. They just got raided. And then you got Thug, and they just got the RICO and got raided. You know, Old Block, speaking of Old Block, my bad, but they've been going through a lot, and you know, a lot of murders and shit go down over there. But my thing is, how the fuck Dirk is dodging all this shit? I ain't gonna throw that in there, but I'm just saying, like.
Dirk, he's still breathing? That nigga still breathing?
Yeah, he breathing, he out, he living in Atlanta, but 4 of his homies from Old Block just got arrested for a murder of a famous rapper named Duck. And then like he was facing this attempted murder charges. He got out. His boy Vaughn, you know, Vaughn got killed. I'm just wondering, like, he better watch his ass. I'm like, how the fuck he ain't caught up in this shit? His whole block got raided, Old Block. So if somebody don't tell on him, something ain't right. Honestly, I ain't lying.
Yeah, something ain't right. Somebody feeding them lyrics. You feel me? When I say that, somebody black and white in them. Putting it on paper. Yeah, you feel me? That's what I'm saying. Like, a gang of niggas, you know, it wouldn't surprise me. A gang of niggas that did it already. You feel me? Gang of niggas I thought was hard. You feel me? That turned out to be bitches.
Yeah, because
like, it won't surprise me. It won't surprise me.
Like I said before, I couldn't even imagine nigga being rich, comfortable, doing whatever you want, and then you in that damn dungeon. Your ass, you gotta be like a real, super real one to be able to take a deep breath and be like, oh, this is my life now. Because most dudes gonna be like, oh, nah, I'm getting the fuck out of this.
I'm just saying, man, these niggas is crazy nowadays.
Yeah, they making tens of millions, homie. They crazy. They making tens of millions.
That money change a motherfucker. You feel me? Make a motherfucker throw away all his morals and value. You feel me? That's what the almighty dollar would do to some niggas. To some. Not many, but some. You feel me? The almighty dollar would change a nigga fast. Really.
That's a trip, though. Everybody getting caught up on this bullshit, you feel me?
Man, super.
And they say it's more to come. They say it's more to come.
Yeah, it's more to come.
As far as these rappers.
They still rounding up the county?
Man.
They still rounding up the cattle?
Man. One thing Wack was saying is they just teasing us with, because they just got some wiretaps from Thug talking shit about, you know, ops and doing certain things, but they really just teasing it by releasing that, because they really got, I think they got a lot more.
Nah, that ain't all they got. They got major. They just like you said, they teasing. They got major evidence. Feel me? That's what I'm saying. They don't need to, you know, Wack don't need to tell no more. You feel me? I mean, he don't need to say no more. You feel me? They got all they need. The feds got all they need. They wouldn't come for a nigga if they did.
They said it's a 10-year,
That's one thing about the feds.
A 10-year-old investigation and shit.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's one thing about the feds. They're not like the state.
Oh, but my bad, Macy. Here go a detail, my bad, because this ain't the Fed RICO. It's a state RICO. And I really didn't even know about that, but it's a state RICO, so my bad.
It's a state? Oh, yeah. Yeah.
That's a big difference, my bad.
Yeah. If it's a state RICO, I never heard of one.
Me neither. But it's a state RICO.
Some new shit. Yeah, that's some new shit. That's state RICO.
I'm going live at 3, so you call back or whatever and shit like that. It's a state RICO. So what you think? It's still 56 counts, and they still talking about murders.
Oh, yeah.
And then I seen another video. I don't know if it's facts, but they said that the YSL is because they saying Thug is the leader of a gang called YSL, Young Slime Life, a faction of Sex Money Murder, which is a faction of Bloods, East Coast Bloods or whatever. And they said they're responsible for up to 50 murders and shit like that. So I'm just saying, it's ugly.
Oh yeah, I mean it's gonna be ugly. It's gonna be ugly in the beginning, but since it's state, you feel me? They can break all them charges down. They can break all them charges down since it's state. Now that's one thing about the state too. They'll turn the murder into a manslaughter. You feel me? On the real. You know, that's one thing about the state. Yeah, they do that. They just to get you to cop a plea, they'll turn something into something lesser just so you can take the time. See, that's the difference between the feds and the state.
Yeah, I forgot that detail.
The feds is going to come
My
at
bad.
you with full throttle. They going, hell no, we not dropping this shit. We finna keep it the way it is and convict your ass. The state, they gonna be like, take this, please take this. We'll give you,
they don't got the money. Yeah.
Or manslaughter. Yeah, they ain't got the manpower or the money for that shit. So they trying to get you out of county and get you in prison as fast as they can. The feds, you feel me? Yeah, the feds is different, way different from the state.
So with
Don't
that
be
being
surprised
said,
if the feds pick up something after that on the set.
So with that being said, yeah, you're right. That's a good point too. But earlier on the other podcast, the last one, you said he might be doing a dub at least. So now with that being said, with the state involved, what you think now? Same thing?
I mean, probably I'm gonna drop it in about 5 years. I'm gonna drop it in about 15. I don't know if they do 15 to life out there and shit, or 7 to life out there. But they do it out here. 7 to life, 15 to life, and all that shit. Feel me? But, I mean, they're out here, with 56 counts or whatever, they gonna put an L on the back of that. So if they give you like 15, they're gonna give you an L. You feel me? 20, they're gonna give you an L, whatever. But out there, I heard it's the habitual criminal law, so I don't know how that works, because I ain't never been through that system. Out here, they get 3 strikes, you out. And then I got 2 strikes in one case. So, I'm a strike away. Feel me? So, I'm teetering. But, yeah, they do it like that out here on the West Coast.
That's why when we start that Macelope channel, it's going to be crazy, because you're going to be really showing them the real, and you're going to be in them situations, and you ain't going to have to be risking your life and everything. You're just going to show them, your side of things and how you do. So it's going to be real cool. I know the people going to look out for that Macelope channel and shit like that. But Mace, we got a bet too, before you call back or whatever. We got a bet. My wife said Thug going rat. I said he not. But I'm a big fan of Thug. You probably not familiar with him as I am. But I say he not. What you think?
Who?
Young Thug.
Young Thug?
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I already know. I'm thinking he gonna drop a dime.
Oh
I'm
man.
thinking he gonna drop a dime.
Oh man.
You feel me? Yeah. I mean, he got too much money not to. You feel me? I'm not saying, but
You have 60 seconds remaining.
I done seen some broke ass gangster niggas drop dimes. You feel me? He a rich ass nigga. You feel me? So,
damn.
Unless he gonna take all that money to the pen with him, I see him dropping a dime.
Oh man. I seen some rich real ones went down, homie. I seen rich real ones go down.
I mean, yeah, I seen some too, but he don't seem like the type.
You don't know him like that.
I mean, he grew up in the 2000s. You feel me?
You right.
He ain't grew up in the 80s or the 90s.
You right. Call right back.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
So Gunna is fighting life too with just that one charge, the one racketeering charge.
Off top, yeah, because it all falls up under the RICO Act. The RICO Act, yeah, that money laundering, all kind of shit. That falls up under the RICO Act.
Okay, and then now Thug fighting all these charges, and then you think about his history. Back in the day, like I told you, his boy did a dub for shooting up Lil Wayne's car. It didn't get on Thug, but I'm sure they're gonna try to say he had something to do with it. Now they're gonna bring up all that stuff. Now the history is gonna be considered in your outcome of your case and what they give you, huh? They're gonna look at all that.
I mean, yeah, they can, but if it has nothing to do with him, he won't. If they don't connect it to him, they won't bring that up on the real. So, I mean, if they ain't never connected to him, if he was never charged with anything, they can't just all of a sudden bring that up in the case because his nigga did that. They can't. They can bring it up on his nigga though.
Okay.
But they can't bring it up on Young Thug because he was never charged with anything. So.
You're right. Now, they're saying that your boy Gunna, he was on this thing called Street something where he was basically his cousin got killed and he was saying, oh, that dude that did it, he didn't do it. It was the dude with the red sweater or some shit like that. They never caught the actual killer, I think, but his boy ended up getting locked up for it. And he was on the TV screen saying he didn't do it, this guy did it, or whatever else. And then I put up a poll on my channel saying who gonna rap first, and they picked Gunna. Everybody picked Gunna 67%. But my question to you is, if Gunna is a square bear from Delaware that just could rap good, even though, mind you, he's claiming neighborhood, he claims 60s, and that's a fact. But if he's just a rapper that just could rap good and not involved with the bullshit, will you forgive him if he turns out to be a rat?
Hell nah. Because once you start banging, nigga, that's a rat, nigga.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
That's unforgivable. That's unforgivable. Once
Because
you start tossing up them gang signs, it's unforgivable. Because now you done gave your life over to the gang. You feel me? And there's certain shit that niggas live by in the game that you can't do. Just because you rapping and all that shit, that don't mean nothing. You feel me? That don't mean you can turn your back on the code. That does not mean that.
It's hard to be a gangster. Maybe that's why I never was one.
So I mean, there's niggas that I mean, nowadays niggas accept that shit. You feel me? Like niggas don't look at you like what you is. That nigga's a rat. So they don't look at him like that. You feel me? They look at him like shit. I mean, he making money. He's feeding the hood. Feel me? That's what they see him as. Feel me? But really, he's a no good rat. Feel me? Yeah.
And I shouldn't have said he from the 60s because he never said that on record. That's just some street tale. So allegedly. So he's not from the 60s. Allegedly.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. I mean, yeah. But still, you feel me? That nigga.
Well, in that Thug album, Thug's latest album, Gunna got a quote, and I like it. It's on this song about, I forgot the name of the song, but it's on Thug's album, and he say, Lambos and felons ain't no telling I could never be a cop. So he said it right there. You smell me? So.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Just because he said it.
But tell me how shit changed when you facing that time. Tell me how that shit changed.
Shit changed like a motherfucker. Niggas really get tested. Like my first case, you feel me? Niggas got tested when we was going up against all that time. I was looking at life my first case when I was 17. You feel me? Shit. my crime, he wasn't looking at that much, but that nigga pointed his finger. Some facts. Some because he thought he was gonna get slapped with all that time. Some, but I mean, that nigga walked through the door and got to tell it. Some like I wasn't even with the nigga when he told. I was at home chilling. That nigga was in the police station pointing fingers already. Feel me? But when niggas is in that situation, like Gunner and Thug, Young Thug, whatever the fuck their name is, when they in that situation, it's gonna be a real shitty situation. You feel me? Like we
Yes,
want to
sir.
see. There's gonna be real TV, right?
Real live TV.
First 48.
And we gonna keep y'all in
First
tune.
48
And
sound.
Mace Loke gonna give y'all that expert opinion. You feel me? But Mace Loke, check this out. Out of 28 people associated with the YSL label, I ain't gonna call it a gang. Them crackers calling it a gang. I ain't calling it a gang. It's a label. Out of 28 people, I want you to make a guess of how many people gonna rap.
Shit, probably about 10. Probably about 10. Young Thug and Gunna being one of them.
He said Thug and Gunna gonna rap.
Man, look, they in the position. You feel me? Like they on the top of the food chain. You feel me? They got all this money. They wanna come out and live. They wanna be able to spend it outside the jail. I believe they're gonna tell.
His name is Thug, homie. His name is Thug, and I'm one of his biggest fans.
I know, but I mean, you'll be surprised. You feel me? You'll be surprised. You'll be surprised.
That would crush me. I wouldn't like that.
Hopefully they don't. Hopefully
that
they
would-
keep it G.
That would shake the world if Thug rap. He gotta go down. I don't care if they putting him under the damn prison.
That's what I'm saying. Hopefully they keep it G though. You feel me? Hopefully, I'm a shit. You know, I ain't no praying man, but I'm praying for this one. You feel me? Hopefully they
I
don't.
said the same thing.
Shit. I don't see it. I don't see it standing the way. I see a lot of fingers being pointed. You feel me? That's how I see it.
Well, you more educated on this subject than me, so.
Yeah, I'm more skeptical. Any situation that got that many niggas in one situation, there's gonna be fingers pointed. There's gonna
But you
be
don't
fingers
think,
pointed.
like, it's a person that calls himself Young Thug and preaches that shit for years and years,
Hell nah.
ain't no cult, like, yeah.
Hell nah. Shit.
Your big homie ain't rap.
Hell. Huh?
I said, your big homie ain't rap.
Oh.
Big Sweets.
Nah, but there was a lot of rats in that situation, though. My big homie didn't, but there was a lot of rats in that
Well,
situation.
Thug is a quote-unquote big homie, allegedly.
I mean, to them, because he the top nigga of the record label, right?
Yeah, and yeah, he got a reputation. I ain't gonna speak on none of that, but
Yeah.
allegedly a lot of stuff. You feel me? That you know.
I mean, them be the ones though. Them be the ones that flip with the reputation. I ain't even gonna lie. On the set.
Oh man, you killing me! You killing me!
I'm just keeping it on it. So, shit, that's what niggas gotta do. Keep it real.
And
They
he got
gotta keep it on it.
he got a bigger reason to flip than everybody because they trying to put it all on him.
On the
huh?
set. That's what I'm saying. He got all this money. He the top dog of his record label. So he got some kids to get back to. I think it's finna flip. On the real.
Because he was in all kind of trouble before this even happened.
Yeah.
All kind of cases pending.
Oh, yeah.
Gun cases.
Oh, yeah.
He got caught up in all kind of little shit that he kept slipping and sliding out of bailing out. He ain't never been to the big house. He ain't never been in the. So they've been building this shit up.
He only bailed out of them situations.
Yeah, he ain't never been to the big house.
He still gotta face them then. If he bailed out.
Mm-hmm.
He ain't. Oh yeah, and he got all them other small cases on the side too. Oh yeah, shit.
And then the slime is the actual real gang, and they trying to say YSL means Young Slime Life, but really it was Young Stoner Life. You feel me? But they trying to associate it, you know, with the slime and whatever.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's how they always do it. You feel me? That's how the white people always do it. They always want to make shit beneficial to the gang and all that shit, even though it wasn't. They gonna say it was beneficial to the gang. That's why they put their gang in this situation. You feel me? It benefits the gang. Now they can make them domestic terrorists. You feel me? Just like they did my homies. They made them domestic terrorists, and that's how they gave them all that time.
Yeah. And Thug, he's in DeKalb County Jail, and you know a lot of famous rappers been there. But now his lawyer is making a plea saying it's inhumane. It's like a dungeon-like cell, and they trying to get a bond based on that. They saying it's inhumane and shit.
You better get used to that shit.
Oh man.
Tough, nigga.
Now, what you think,
thug.
nigga?
What kind of thug lives in the clean?
Hey, don't clown my homie. He ain't rat yet. He's still my homie. Now wait a minute. Say you this nigga, God forbid or whatever, but you're a rich rapper. All your friends love you. You're in your neighborhood, balling out of control. You bought 100 acres over here, but you got a pass allegedly or whatever else. And then them people come get you. You in there. You got your baby mama just passed away. You know, you got 8 kids out there in the world. You got this successful multi-million-dollar business. All this shit, and then the feds come take that shit away, and you sitting in that dirty cell. You've been rich for over 10 years. Like, tell me what you think. What would you know, your mind state in that situation? How you?
Look, my mind state. Shit. I ain't even gonna lie. After being out, as long as I was only out 4 months, but I was living in that 4 months. You feel me? When the nigga was out for that 4 months, I was doing what I wanted to do. You feel me? You know, I had a sexy baby mama. You feel me? The mind can take you there. You feel me? But after they took me, nigga, you know,
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
it was suicidal thoughts. You feel me? I ain't even gonna lie. It was suicidal thoughts.
Oh man.
Shit, you understand? I ain't even gonna lie.
I could feel you.
I was living, but I didn't because I'm still talking to y'all. You feel me? But
So
you know,
you
I
saying
can only imagine what that nigga thinking. You feel me? That nigga got millions.
You have 60 seconds remaining.
Good point. So we praying for Thug, even though whatever allegedly, you know what I mean? Hopefully they watching him. And they got the other homie from Flatbush on suicide watch. He facing 60 years. His name Casanova. He another rapper. They caught his ass on the RICO shit too. This RICO ain't no punk. That's all. Niggas need to know that.
That ain't no joke. Understand it ain't no joke. It'll never be a joke. When they hit you with the RICO, you better start crying. Yeah. Understand? Yeah.
May slow. He back.
West Coast 3-0.
You ready for that next one?
Y'all. Yeah. Call you back.
Yeah. We about to
But to all the listeners, all the listeners, let me do this. All the listeners are still West Coast 3O's SBC on mine. May slow. You feel me? I was just going through something earlier.
They fucking with you too out here. They fucking with you heavy. They checking for you and shit like that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
You know, I always told you this is a whack channel. I ain't gonna lie about it. It's gonna have to change in a minute. But at the same time, when you give your opinion, you speaking from another perspective. You know, and you a real one, and you right up in there. So niggas start checking for that. You feel me? And basically, what you were saying about whack is all the negative commentation for the brothers.
All the negative shit needs to stop. You feel me? That's it. A nigga ain't talking bad on whack or none of that. I'm just saying, you know, niggas need to stop talking about niggas negatively. You feel me? We need to stand with each other, not against each other. You feel me? We've been doing that for ages with this blood and crip thing. You feel me? So, you know, when a nigga is up against it, the nigga needs to, you know, guide the nigga or something. You feel me? Alright, that's all the nigga saying. Feel me? Off top. Shit. Everything. But, yeah. Hello?
Yeah, hold on, keep going.
This nigga. Shit. But, off top. Yeah. But
Only thing I'm saying is, I told you so. It's never gonna work. Now, Wack got hours of talk, and I put up a couple of videos where it's like more like I told y'all so. Y'all need to da 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 blah blah blah. Okay, but they in the can now. They fighting for their life, and now basically you saying, "Oh, I told y'all so. Y'all was doing this, and that's why this is happening." Nah, nigga, this ain't the time for that. That's basically what I'm saying. You feel me?
It ain't. I'm on the set. That's what I just said. It ain't the time for that. You feel me? I mean, you got these crackers out here assassinating black folks, and now we got these black folks assassinating black folks. That shit ain't cool at all. Straight up. Straight up.
But people asking him what he feel about the situation. People want his opinion and shit like that. Now, say you when you get out, you're gonna become a influence, and people gonna look for you for answers and shit like that. Now, say you out and you doing your thing and your shit blowing up and you out of here, and people come to you like some big major rapper get arrested, and people ask you, what you think about this case? What you think? What would you say? You feel me about this shit?
It ain't I told you so moment. It's gonna be what I think is gonna happen. You feel me? It's what I truly feel. Cause I've been through the motions. Has Wack 100 been through the motions?
Well, he been up top as a youngin'. He was facing some murders and shit like that. He did a little juvenile life and shit like that. But as an adult, he was one of the youngest men in prison. He went to prison at 14 or something like that. But then he got out and he ain't been back since though. That's all.
Yeah, that's why I was facing life at 17. You know? Like I done been through that shit. Adult life, not juvenile life.
I ain't gonna say Wack ain't been through the motions, you feel me? But it don't matter. We talking about his actions.
He been through it because if he did that, I don't know the man. You feel me? I don't know him. So if he been through that, that's big up to him. He got out and did his thing. You feel me? Off top. That's what a nigga need to be doing.
Yeah.
Giving a nigga lift up, not put down.
Exactly.
But yeah, like I said, I can only give the people what I've been through and what I know. You feel me? I can't give them what I don't know. Like I'm not finna help the police convict another man. You feel me? I'm not. That's not me.
But you were saying you was gonna tell them what's gonna happen, and that's basically what Wack is saying. But what I'm saying is, you don't do that. He's jumping on they gonna give him this, and this is they don't even have all like it's just like basically saying, and then the everybody listening, so it's like basically to me in my brain it's like, man, you already got them dudes done.
On the set.
Instead of being like, oh, they might have, whatever, something optimistic.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. These niggas, I mean, like I said, nowadays they crazy. Nowadays they didn't let this millennium shit get to their head. See, I was raised up in the 90s. I mean, niggas wasn't doing that much telling back then. Early 90s and all that shit. So, I mean, I was born in the 80s, but I don't remember the 80s. I remember the 90s like a motherfucker. Feel me? And back then, it wasn't all that talking. Niggas was solid back then. Niggas didn't let this millennium shit get to their head and all that shit. See, I don't know. They say me being in prison, they kept me in the outlook of something that, you know, should have changed. But I'm kind of cool. I'm kind of cool with the way I am. You feel me? Like, my outlook on things is cool to me because I know I ain't gonna do no bitch shit, no PC ass shit. You feel me? Tell on the next man because I'm going through it. You feel me? I know I ain't gonna do that.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Now the next man, you can't gauge the next man on what he gonna do.
That's a fact.
Because the nigga been through this, been out there too long, been polluted by society. That's why bitches be chasing niggas in the pen. Because niggas in the pen, you know, I mean, niggas is real. You feel me? I mean, shit. I mean, I'm not talking bad on the niggas out there, but they be doing some sucker ass shit. You feel me? They don't know what they missing until it's gone. You feel me? And some of them, they'll never experience that. You feel me? Niggas in here, we experience that shit. That's why our outlook on things is different. Some of us, we check our outlooks. Some of us don't. You feel me? I ain't gonna put it on all of us. But some of us we do. Some of us don't. It's the luck of the draw. But, you know, that's what goes on up in this bitch. You feel me? Like, niggas in here, niggas is scared to tell. You feel me? Because they get their ass knocked down. You feel me? Just speaking the truth. Out there, a nigga will tell in your face and ain't shit gonna happen.
So wait a minute. You wouldn't tell because you're scared?
Who?
You just said...
Never. I went to jail because I participated in criminal activity. That's why I went to jail.
No, I said you wouldn't tell because you're scared? Because you said niggas out there wouldn't tell because they scared.
No. Hell no. It's because it's not right. You gotta take responsibility for your own actions. You can't throw the next man up under the bus when you chose to go with him.
Okay, but that goes against like my homie from Nutty Block, T-Man. He was in there for some shit like he really didn't do. He was a young boy, whatever else, and he went down. He ain't tell on nobody, and he ain't rat on nobody. So like, imagine if you ain't do nothing and you going, you know what I mean?
I know. There's a gang of niggas in here that did that, but they bit the bullet, and you know, they know it wasn't. It's not right. It's not right to throw the next man up under the bus. Look, it's not right. No matter what the situation is.
I got my brother here. Yeah.
So, I mean,
damn, why?
For the niggas that truly ain't did nothing. That truly ain't did nothing. They have to bite the bullet for this shit.
I don't know if that's my computer or not.
But, I mean, that's what goes down in this lifestyle. That's what happens. So, you know, but big ups to the niggas. Big up. Because I know how that shit feels. Because shit, really, I ain't really did nothing on this case. But shit, nigga bit the bullet. Shit. So, motherfucker know. I ain't mad at them.
I gotta move closer to this modem. Fuck. Yeah.
But yeah, the next nigga though, you know, you better make that shit count. Cause the nigga bit the bullet for your ass. So you better make that shit count, nigga. said. Shit. But anyway, what happened? What's good?
Nah, it's all good. You right. Nah, my service is bad, and I don't know why the fuck this shit is acting up on me. It's pissing me off.
What, your server? You said your server?
Yeah, for the live
What's
that
that?
I'm about to do.
Some computer shit?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I gotta learn about that shit. I don't know nothing about that shit. Yeah.
Yeah, but basically keep chopping it up with your people for a couple minutes. This shit ain't, I don't like how he convicting the homies though.
They so glad of people, you feel me? They so glad of people and appreciate what they do for a nigga, you feel me? Cause without y'all, nigga couldn't talk this way, you feel me? I be, shit. Some of this shit I get up off my shoulders just speaking to y'all, you feel me? Cause I'll be an angry ass nigga without none of this conversation with the world, you feel me? Because motherfucker, it gets hard up in this bitch, especially dealing with these COs, these punk ass COs and shit. On the real. And these motherfuckers drive a nigga mad, ready to slap one of these niggas on everything. But a nigga just keep his hands to himself and talk to the people. Feel me? Give some positive outlook on some shit. Feel me? So, I mean, talking to y'all, make a nigga rethink about some things. Feel me? Shit. Nigga wanna get out now. Nigga wanna live his life. Shit. Thank y'all. Thank y'all. Much respect, much love. Make slow. You already know West Coast 3-0. Shit. It's the festival. Just eat up all this conversation. Eat it. Soak it up. I'll let y'all. Peace out.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
Yeah. Now, I'm gonna end this. You feel me? Because I'm not in this to offend nobody or anything. I just speak the truth, the law of this shit, and that's it.
I think it's educational.
Anybody else? Huh?
I think it's educational. Some of the shit you saying, a lot of niggas need to hear it.
Educational. I mean, if you really trying to get into this is what you really need to live by. You feel me? Or don't do it at all. I suggest you don't do it.
This call and your telephone number will be monitored and recorded.
I suggest a nigga don't do it at all because at the end of the day, it's a hard task. You feel me? I'm gonna keep it all the way 100. It's hard to be in these cells 24 and for years. You know, facing life sentences. You know, it's not cool. So I suggest a nigga just, you know, live the square life. You feel me? Fuck this gangbanging life. I'm already tied to it, so I'm gonna do it until I die. But to the next nigga, leave this shit alone. Because if it ain't for you, it ain't for you. Don't do something that ain't you. You feel me? Like just live your life and shit. I'm just telling the world how it really is. You can take it or leave it. I'm just me. I'm Mace. You feel me? But I'm really in this shit. So I'm speaking my mind. But if y'all don't understand, it ain't for you. You feel me? But I love you. Keep listening. You feel me? I'm gonna speak the truth. I'm a real nigga. Keep it 100 at all times. That's what you will get from 100. I'm gonna tell it like it is. I ain't no scary nigga. But keep listening. Next up, West Coast 3 O's, SBC.